Watch 12 with Kyle Pozorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekend. I'm Kyle Pozorski. We'll get to some local news in a minute, but first we go to that historic moment which came ahead of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Tomorrow, the nation will honor the civil rights leader who was born today in 1929. Earlier today, President Joe Biden became the first sitting U.S. president to speak at a Sunday service at the church of what is perhaps one of the nation's most revered figures. Tina Kim has this story.
He followed the path of Moses.
Making history to mark history, Joe Biden is now the first sitting president to speak at a Sunday service at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, where Martin Luther King Jr. was co-pastor. The president told the congregation the past actions of the civil rights icon are a guide to the nation's future.
Are we the people who are going to choose love over hate? I believe Dr. King's life and legacy show us the way, and we should pay attention. I really do. He had every reason to believe, as others of his generation did, that history had already been written, that the division would be America's destiny. But he rejected that outcome.
The president was invited to the Georgia church by its current senior pastor, Reverend Raphael Warnock, who just recently won re-election to the U.S. Senate. Also attending, a peer of the late Dr. King, former ambassador and mayor of Atlanta, Andrew Young.
Andy and I took on apartheid in South Africa and a whole lot else.
The president's speech is among the many ways the nation is remembering King. In Boston, the Embrace, a sculpture, was unveiled honoring King and his late wife, Coretta Scott King. In Washington, fifth graders reread the powerful words of King's I Have a Dream speech, an annual event. Sunday, America's most revered civil rights activist would have turned 94. I'm Tina Kim reporting.
Conrad, as we look outside for tomorrow, is it going to be kind of a wintry mess? Is that right?
Yes, absolutely, Kyle. We're going to have a wintry mess out there tomorrow. That's why I brought up this picture. Take a look behind me. That is a snowmobile, and look how slushy those trails are. That's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. We do have another low-pressure system moving in, and it's pretty much here. Take a look at this. The blue is showing some snow. Most of this is Virgo, which is precipitation that is not falling onto the ground quite yet, but still most of this, as the moisture continues to saturate the atmosphere here in the Northwoods, it's going to start to fall overnight as a wintry mix. And you can kind of see where this low is right about here, where all that warm air is starting to rise closer to Chicago, and it's going to continue to move up north and east. And as it does, we're going to get some rain, snow, freezing rain, pretty much a whole bunch of everything out there. Temperatures right now, we're just below freezing, so it's very slick out there, folks. Take extra precautions, especially for that morning commute tomorrow morning. Temperatures are in the upper 20s in some spots, so even colder just up north. Winds are also a little bit on the breezy end, so it does feel a little bit colder than that. Temperatures tonight will continue to be hovering in those upper 20s to lower 30s. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. Eagle River has another new store added to its downtown, and you know the name may sound familiar. The Hiker Box opened its doors to the public this past Wednesday after a year-long process due to overcrowding at the original location. Jessica Allen, the co-owner, says this will make a big difference for the outdoor retail and hiking gear store.
So we always wanted to live in Eagle River and have a store in Eagle River. Our current location over on Wall Street has proven that people want this kind of outdoor gear. We just ran out of space there. So we thought the market's here. We just need a space where we can show it off.
The new store will continue to sell items specifically for outdoors, such as backpacks, tents, and sleeping gear. Tom Stevens says while the store may be open now, there's still a lot of work to do.
We are finishing this place out. There are so many little corners that we aren't done with around here. While the place is functional, it's not finished.
Now, the original store on Wall Street will still now be called the Hiker Box 2, and the next step for the store is to hire more staff as well as putting a big sign outside to let everyone know where they are. And the world's largest puzzle was built in southern Wisconsin this weekend. Check it out. The puzzle was put together during a community event at the Grassi Funeral Home in Reedsburg, which is southwest of Wisconsin Dells. Organizers said the picture will include 60,000 pieces when finished and will include pictures of special landmarks from around the entire world. According to the puzzle's creator, Dowell, the puzzle is 8 feet tall and 29 feet long, making it the world's largest commercially available jigsaw puzzle, made out of a total of 60 individual 1,000-piece puzzles that can be bought together to make one large picture. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Office released a video this past week that is a reminder about bus safety around school buses. The near collision between a stopped school bus and a vehicle took place just outside of Oshkosh, Wisconsin on January 6th. Authorities say the child involved in the incident was not physically hurt, but the driver of the vehicle has been identified and issued a citation for violating school bus restrictions. Authorities say the best way to stay safe around buses is to give them plenty of room on the road. The 22nd annual Vintage World Championship snowmobile races ended today in Eagle River. This event is popular to many because it brings people in from all over the country and even overseas. This year's event was a little bit different due to the large amount of racers competing, so another day was added to the fun. Tom Anderson, CEO of the World Championship Derby Complex, says that he is happy about the turnout.
We've been working about 4 or 5 months solid to get this in, and now it's happening. The weather has been pretty good to us. We haven't had a lot of ice to work with, but it's holding up very nicely, and the warmer weather, fans come out. They don't have to be out here in 20 below weather.
The 60th World Championship Snowmobile Derby will begin this Friday at 6:30. For more information, you can visit our website, wjfw.com. And the Wisconsin Department of Transportation will be hosting a public involvement meeting to discuss a future construction project on US 51 in Minocqua. The meeting will take place on January 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. inside the Minocqua Town Hall. A presentation will begin at 4 p.m. before citizens can ask questions in an open house format. The construction will take place on US 51 between the Minocqua Lake Bridge and Front Street in Minocqua. Construction is scheduled to start in 2026. You can head over to our website, wjfw.com, to learn more details about this project. And a sentencing hearing will be held this Tuesday of a Stevens Point man who was the driver in a 2020 crash that left one man killed. In July of that year, Christopher Gore was driving a vehicle on Highway 70 when he drove off a road, hitting an embankment and then landing on its roof in the parking lot of the Minocqua Prime restaurant. The incident killed 47-year-old passenger Corey Lee Johnson, also of Stevens Point. Court filings say that Gore's BAC level was .239. The sentencing will be in Oneida County Court on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and will be presided by Martha Milanowski. And we'll be back with Conrad with a full forecast after the break, so stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12.
Visit Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa to experience exciting action on the hottest slot machines and electronic table games. With big fun, you get bigger rewards while playing with your Rewards Club card. Enjoy special gaming offers, food and entertainment discounts, and more. Hungry? No problem. Escape to the oasis of Swiftwater Lounge for drinks, food, and fun. We'll see you at Ho Chunk Gaming Nakusa, your place to play.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Field. He's got Goodwin over the shoulder. 10, 5, touchdown Bears. Valenti has a man. It is caught for the touchdown. Gets it in there. Whoa, he spins into the end zone for the touchdown. Jefferson, he's got it. Sailing into the end zone. Gets the grain. Adams is in. One play. Touchdown Green Bay.
Got a New Year's resolution to save? Cellcom is here to help. Take advantage of our largest sign-on bonus ever and get $500 when you activate a new smartphone line, now through February 9th. Plus, make the switch to Cellcom and get up to an additional $650 per line. We'll help you keep your fitness resolutions too. Save $150 on all tablets and smartwatches. Follow your favorite fitness apps with our tablets or track your workout activity with our smartwatches. Visit Cellcom.com/save for details.
And welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday. We had some football earlier today, and now let's talk some weather. Cloudy skies outside right now. A low-pressure system is pretty much knocking on our door right now. We do have some lighter precipitation, some snow showers closer to Wausau, some lighter rain showers closer to La Crosse as well with those warmer temperatures. But overall, this storm is just starting to develop right now. It's going to continue to intensify into tomorrow. Look at all these areas in Nebraska, closer to Denver even. They're getting some snow showers there. And this low is going to continue to bring everything for us. Rain, snow, freezing rain, sleet, some wind. So pretty much everything a wintry precipitation would pretty much have for us to bring. 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, though, that's when we'll get a little bit of a rain and snow mix. Then, actually, temperatures will start to rise, and then we'll get a little bit of lighter rain showers, especially into those afternoon hours tomorrow. And then, of course, some snow on the back end lingering into Tuesday. So we're thinking maybe 1 to 3 inches will be possible overall on the back end, especially as those snow showers start to linger. And then we're pretty much done and over with by the morning hours on Wednesday. We do have a winter weather advisory that is in effect until around noon on Monday. This is from 4 a.m. tomorrow till around noon on Monday, and that's because of all that ice we're going to get. We could have possibly around 0.2 of an inch of ice before temperatures start to rise, and then it will slowly start to melt things away. But like I said, maybe 1 to 2 inches overall on the back end, especially with that snow, and then temperatures will be a little bit on the cooler end, so it might start to pile up, especially after all that ice will finally start to freeze. So we're not going to get that much snow. That's why we're pretty much on a low for snow. Winds are going to be a little bit on the breezy end and not too much. The most important thing is all that ice we're going to get, especially tomorrow morning. And because of that, we might have some power outages. So definitely be aware and take some precautions because tomorrow is that day. Just winter is pretty much going to bring everything for us. Look what happens Thursday, though. Thursday, we do have another low moving in. This one is going to be colder, so it's going to bring a lot more snow. Not any wintry precipitation this time. No sleet, no freezing rain. It's going to be mostly snow on Thursday, but we first need to deal with that storm tomorrow and then all the way through Tuesday. Tonight, though, temperatures will be below freezing, kind of like it is right now, so we will have a wintry mix, especially later overnight. Tomorrow is that day, 35, 34, 35 degrees is what we're going to get. So above freezing temperatures is going to change that wintry precipitation to all rain later in the day. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show lingering snow showers on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're in the clear, then more chances of snow by Thursday. Kyle?
Thank you, Conrad. We're learning new details about a near collision of 2 planes on a runway at New York's JFK Airport. One plane was about to take off when another came dangerously close, the whole thing playing out in dramatic radio traffic. NBC's Kathy Park spoke with one of the passengers who describes the harrowing moments.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff clearance.
A terrifying near miss between 2 passenger planes on the runway at New York's JFK Airport.
We're talking all split seconds here, but the initial cognition was this is not going to end well.
This animation shows a Delta jet on the bottom of your screen in red, about to take off Friday the 13th. The pilot brakes moments before a possible collision with an American Airlines plane.
American 106 Heavy, we're departing runway 4 left. I guess we'll listen to the tapes, but you were supposed to depart runway 4 left.
The FAA released a statement saying Delta Flight 1943 stopped its takeoff roll approximately 1,000 feet before reaching the American Airlines aircraft.
Where was the miscommunication between the American crew and the air traffic controllers? The Delta crew was doing everything they were told to do.
How rare is something like this to happen?
This happens occasionally where there'll be a misunderstanding about an air traffic control clearance and somebody will end up having to reject a takeoff.
No one was hurt in the incident, but the Delta flight returned to the gate where 145 passengers and 6 crew members deplaned. Brian Healy was on board during the close call.
It was like a split second of panic that resulted in this audible reaction on the plane. I felt then adrenaline, and there was total quiet on the plane, and then there was relief when the plane came to a stop.
Delta issued an apology to customers, provided overnight accommodations, and is now investigating the incident along with the FAA and NTSB. A potential tragedy averted with just seconds to spare. Kathy Park, NBC News.
Well, coming up, we'll have some sports news from around the area with reporter Serenity Douglas. And you know, Serenity, your first time watching hockey was when you came to Wisconsin, and I got to ask, how has it been so far?
Yeah, Kyle, it's been great, honestly. The sport is very physical but entertaining, especially the teams in our area. Lakeland Union's hockey team is making their name known, claiming the #1 Great Northern standing spot. And we're about halfway through the season. We'll have that and more when we come back from break.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's roast beef got a spicy new upgrade. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting ceiling fans from Menards. Choose from our huge selection of in-stock options. Patriot Lighting ceiling fans add elegance to any room and can help reduce your energy cost year-round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find a look that's right for you. Save big money on Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. View all of our ceiling fans and other lighting options on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Trucks, trucks, trucks. Home Furniture and Design has truck after truck arriving daily with loads of La-Z-Boy furniture. Come in and find a genuine La-Z-Boy recliner, sofa, sectional, or power chair to kick back and relax and take it home with you today. The best recliner available in the world at amazing low prices. And you can pick it out and take it with you today at Home Furniture and Design, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. That big crispy boy can barely fit on the bun. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
As the hockey season continues, teams are beginning to set themselves apart from the rest. The Lakeland Union boys hockey team has gone 11-2 so far this year and are ranked as the #1 team in the Great Northern Conference standings. The 2 losses they have are to Armory and Tomahawk, but their outlook is making it to state. They were able to secure a win against Anago last night 1-0. Head coach Jake Suter spoke on the strengths of the team.
We always try to pride ourselves on representing the Lakeland community well, with being a good, hard-working, blue-collar team. Play the underdog card when we can a lot of times, because we only have 19 skaters or so, no JV team, so everybody we got is out there playing, and it's fun to have that.
Lakeland Union is scheduled to face off with Rhinelander on Tuesday at 7 p.m. The Bucks left the cold and headed to the heat to face off with Miami in a 2-game series. The Greek Freak didn't play in Thursday or Friday's game, but let's start in the second quarter. Milwaukee is down 20-28. Gabe Vincent for 3 to further the Miami lead. Holiday with the assist to Allen, who knocked down the 3 before halftime, but still 45-53. Heading into the third quarter, Allen with the fake, then assist to Holiday, who'll score a layup. Now, the fourth quarter, Victor Oladipo with possession. He'll further the Miami lead. Then an assist to Adebayo. He'll dunk it. Holiday trying to get a handle, but Oladipo still takes it all the way down court for the Heat, and the Bucks are further behind. Adebayo scores with another dunk. Then again to further the Miami lead. The Miami Heat take both games against the Milwaukee Bucks, 111-95. Coach Mike Budenholzer speaks on what they could have done better.
We were there for 3 of the 4 quarters, and just the fourth quarter, we got to make a few more shots. We got to make a few more plays, and maybe it's getting to the free throw line, maybe it's getting to the paint. You know, players, we got to play to their strength.
The Bucks are headed back home next game, where they'll be hosting the Indiana Pacers. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin visited the team's facility at Orchid Park in New York Saturday. Various players and team relatives posted on social media about the visit. The 24-year-old was discharged from Buffalo General Medical Center on Wednesday. That was after spending more than a week hospitalized due to suffering on-field cardiac arrest during a road game against the Cincinnati Bengals January 2nd. Hamlin was initially hospitalized in Cincinnati, but was transferred to the Buffalo facility Monday after doctors determined his critical condition had improved enough for the move. With only a month left in the regular season for high school basketball, the standings are as tight as ever in the Great Northern Conference. Let's take a look at how the top teams in the GNC are doing. Sitting in first place right now is Medford with a 5-0 conference record. And second, and only a game and a half behind, is Northland Pines, who are 5-1. Then in third, we have Mosinee with a 4-2 record. Finally, rounding out the top 4 is Rhinelander, who has won 3 straight conference games to put themselves right back in contention. Now let's move on to the girls' side of the Great Northern Conference. In first place, Lakeland Union has a perfect 6-0 conference record so far. There's a tie for second place between Mosinee and Antigo, who both hold 5-2 conference records, and those 2 teams face off on Friday to break that tie. Just like on the boys' side, rounding out the top 4 teams is Rhinelander, who hold a 3-3 conference record.
Hey, thanks for that, Serenity. When we come back, a look around the world at some of the biggest headlines from outside the United States. We'll have that coming up after this break.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Because where Culver's comes from, in the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
This winter, Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg wants you to unleash the Snow Beast. Win a 2023 Ski-Doo Renegade Enduro snowmobile with an enclosed trailer from Anago Yamaha. Then we'll send you to AJ's Walleye Lodge in the UP for 5 days and 4 nights of serious powder. Earn points, rewards, play, and entries. We'll give it away Saturday, January 28th at 9 p.m. Unleash the Snow Beast at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Today, it seems everyone can be their own service technician thanks to the internet. From servicing their own cars and engines to home remodels and projects, people are trying a little of everything. Here at Maher Water Corporation, we employ nationally certified and factory-trained technicians to keep your water treatment systems working to their full lives. We will treat you like our own family.
So if you want us to service your equipment, give us a call. But if you're the fix-it-yourself kind of person, we'll enjoy your funny video clips.
Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my husband, Todd.
Today's hearing aids are impressive. 48-channel dual processing, directional beam forming, Bluetooth streaming from phones and TV. Very cool stuff.
You're such a hearing aid geek. We both know that people need a place where they can go, with people they can trust and who will listen. If that's what you're looking for, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do.
So we do it right.
Your house, a hearing house.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start?
Then let VCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom.
For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off. Factory-trained and certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military.
Welcome back. Authorities in Nepal said 68 people have been confirmed dead after a regional passenger plane with 72 aboard crashed into a gorge while landing at a newly opened airport in the resort town of Pokhara. At the crash site, rescuers used ropes to pull out bodies from the wreckage, parts of which were hanging over the edge of the gorge. Some bodies burned behind recognition were carried by firefighters to hospitals where heartbroken relatives had gathered. It was not immediately clear what caused the plane to crash. Israelis rallied in major cities on Saturday to protest the new right-wing government and changes it wants to make to the legal system. Crowds jammed the streets in Tel Aviv. The proposed changes would allow parliament to overturn rulings by the Supreme Court. Critics of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accuse his government of trying to gut the country's democracy and scrap its checks and balances. The proposed reforms announced last week by Israeli Justice Minister Yair Lapid would seek to reform Supreme Court nominations via a review committee and enable Parliament to overturn Supreme Court rulings. Ukrainian officials say 9 people were killed and 64 others were wounded in a Russian missile attack that hit a large apartment building. Ukraine's President Zelensky says, quote, Russian terror can be stopped on the battlefield. That came in his nightly address on Saturday. Zelensky called for more weapons to war in Russia. Take a listen.
No amount of persuasion or just passing the time will stop the terrorists who are methodically killing our people with missiles, drones bought in Iran, their own artillery, tanks and mortars. The whole world knows we can stop and how it's possible to stop those who sow death.
Saturday's missile attacks destroyed a section of a multi-story apartment building in the southeastern city of Dnipro. Officials say many people are still alive under the debris. Search and rescue teams are combing through the wreckage. A crane is being used to help in the rescue effort. Zelensky says the death toll is likely to rise. That's it for your news around the world. Kyle?
Hey, thanks for that, Mohammed. Now, eventually some movie will top the Avatar sequel at the box office. Was it this weekend? Well, David Daniel has early estimates from the top 5 films in theaters.
Gerard Butler's latest action movie, Plane, soared into the top 5 in its debut weekend on ticket sales of just over $10 million. The Tom Hanks dramedy A Man Called Otto stayed in 4th place with $12.7 million, while Puss in Boots: The Last Wish pounced on $13.4 million, bringing its domestic box office total to over $110 million.
I designed Megan to protect Katie from feeling lonely.
AI fright flick Megan scared up $17.9 million in its second weekend in theaters, bringing its 2-week total to $59.7 million. James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water continues at #1 for the 5th straight week, adding $31.1 million to its domestic box office total. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Avatar: The Way of the Water has now made $570.3 million in North America. We'll be right back with a final check of the forecast after this.
Are you ready for something new? At Cost Cutters, we'll give you a look that will have you listening to lots of compliments. Buy products you love this month at Cost Cutters during our buy one, get one half off sale on all Leader professional products.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
Goodwill starts with you every time you shop and donate. Your support opens the door to new opportunities and creates possibilities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop Goodwill, you'll find home decor, clothing that fits your unique style, and other one-of-a-kind treasures. You'll also keep items out of the landfill, all while supporting job training, financial coaching, and more. When you shop at and donate to Goodwill, you open doors to possibilities for neighbors in your community. Goodwill starts with you.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-861-4999.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Love your career? Cost Cutters will support you in achieving your career goals. With competitive wages, great benefits, and up to a $2,250 sign-on bonus. Stop in or visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
And finally tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the United States. Celebrate each year on the third Monday in January. It honors the many achievements of Martin Luther King Jr., who was a Baptist minister known for advocating the use of nonviolent means to end racial segregation. In 1957, he founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and led the 1963 March on Washington. He was also instrumental in the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4th, 1968.
All right, and taking a look at our weather outside right now, we do have another low pressure system moving in, and that's going to be arriving very shortly. The next several hours, we're going to get some rain and snow, some wintry precipitation, even some freezing rain by the morning hours. So anywhere from 4 to around noontime tomorrow, we're going to get some freezing rain, and maybe 1 to even 2/10 of an inch will be accumulating. So be careful. Road conditions will definitely be poor before it transitions to all rain, and then once again, some snow on the back end Monday night into Tuesday. It's going to be some snow. We do have some winter weather advisories that are in effect till around noon on a Monday. Our 7-day outlook does show lingering snow showers on Tuesday. Then we're in the break on Wednesday. Thursday, another round of snow starts to move in. Then Friday and in time for the weekend, more sunshine returns.
Thank you for that, Conrad. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great week. Thanks for watching.